are fabulous, girl. You bring out all the issues. You bring out all the issues. I seriously, your voice is something that is so easy to listen to, and I love the questions that you asked. I love
Oh,
them.
thank you. To God be the glory. That means so much. So how do you feel?
I feel so good. You know what? It's masterful to have the freedom to say what's
Mm,
really on your heart. It's
yeah.
masterful to say something that you're really passionate about, that you really do believe will make a difference for even just one person's life be changed because we're in such a need of making such a big deal for other people.
Yes, yes. And for those who are out there and they have a message and they feel that their message is leading them into being life coaches and motivational speakers, how many years have you been fully in this space?
Oh, girl, I've been speaking for over 25 years.
Okay.
And what happened was I was building my Mary Kay business and speaking for them, and people would see me and they would ask me to speak. And then I had a real great sit down with Les Brown. I tell people all the time, over and over and over again. He gave me one of my best pieces of advice, and he just said, Gloria, speak as often as you can. He saw me speak. He said, speak as often as you can. When I spoke with Oprah, she grabbed me by the waist and she said, Gloria, honestly, you
Mm,
got this. You really, really got it. And so I think that sometimes people feel they need to label themselves as, are they an inspirational speaker? Are they a motivational speaker? Are they a teacher, educator? I call myself a motor educator because I hope I do motivate people. I hope I do educate people because I do believe that you don't really move someone unless they're at least first motivated to kickstart. And once they're kickstarted, then the discipline starts to show up. But I would tell
yeah.
people that everybody has a message. And nowadays, there's 85,000 ways to deliver the message.
Mm-hmm.
But people are looking at you and looking at what you've been through, and they're wondering, how can I do the same? If you don't
Yeah.
tell them, they'll may never figure it out.
May never figure it out. And how do you, so you had younger children, they're grown and
Yes,
all the things now.
yes.
You're married 29 years. How have you been able to have a successful Mary Kay business,
Mhm.
a successful coaching business, motivational speaking? How do you feel that you confidently and um successfully navigate all these different moving pieces? Do you do that? And if so, how do you do that?
Well, let's talk about the definition of successfully.
Right. Because it's relative. It's relative.
It is completely relative. And so I would say I am very blessed by the choices that I made, very blessed that I was surrounded myself with people who could make a difference for me. And I was courageous enough to run away from people who were not bringing me in the right direction.
Yeah.
I could tell people that I was smart enough to get help and understood that my income would go up in direct relationship with how I paid people to support me and support my dream. And so when I would teach other people, and people would ask me, Gloria, what is one of the major challenges women have with
Yeah.
building a successful life? And I tell them it's because they don't get enough help. They don't get enough help. They feel like they have to do it all. They feel like they can't afford it. And the bottom line is that the more you have support, the more you can do in the next 24 hours. We only get 24 hours, and you can't expand that 24 hours unless you have people who help you do that 24 hours. And so
Yeah.
I think that makes such a major difference. But have there been major challenges? Yes, major challenge. You don't get to four grown children and five grown grandchildren. They're 19, 17, 14, 9, and 7 years old without having some challenges that you have to overcome. But however, you only get the wisdom when you go through the challenges. And
Yeah.
you can handle the challenges if number one, you believe in God, and number two, you don't think it's all your responsibility. He's right there next to you all the time. And sometimes when we're in the thick of it, we forget that. We forget that
Yeah.
guarantees you to give you the desires of your heart. You just be
Yes.
very loud and focused on it.
Yes. That is so true. Thank you so much because as people go down the road, they see where they want to be and the people who they feel are already there.
Yeah.
and they don't really have a roadmap to
Right.
get there. And so they just go by what they assume people are
Mhm.
doing. Like, if you're carrying the latest bag
Right.
that costs $5,000, well, I have to get a bag like that. They don't know what you were carrying 30 years ago before you
Right.
got to this.
Right.
And when I talk to people, I'm like, do not look at the car that I drive.
Mhm.
Don't look at my funeral homes. Don't
Right.
look at all of the accolades and all of that, because just look at me as a person.
Right.
Because I will tell you I could tell you everything that I went through. However, you have your own journey. Just know that I went through a lot.
Right. Exactly.
And a lot is
Right.
relative.
Right. Right.
And I have learned God does not desire for us to live in the past.
Mhm.
So, like you said, you get off the phone when people are being negative. I get off the phone when people want to take me all the way. Girl, I remember when you were
Mhm.
trying
Right.
to find the money for your first funeral home and all
Right.
that. Why are we talking about that? Let's talk about the glory of God. What I
Right.
can tell you is that I went through a season where I had to find the money and God provided. That's
Right.
all you need to know.
Right. Exactly.
And I tell people, be very careful about staying in the storytelling of the struggle.
Right. Oh
Be
my God.
careful staying there. Nobody,
Yeah.
only people that want to stay there are those that don't know how to get past there, because
Right.
it's just the juiciness of the struggle that
Right.
they want to latch on to. And before you look at it, before you look up, your mindset is taking you all the way back to the
Yeah.
feeling of the struggle.
Right. Oh my gosh. The feeling of the struggle and never understanding how it happens to get out of the struggle. If you stay in that conversation about through the struggle, I think it's just the belief that it can happen for you. And then
Yeah.
that you're going to do it because you got to find your own way. You have to find your way. Advice is important as long as you're taking advice from someone you're willing to exchange places with. The problem is that we tend to take advice from people who've never been on that journey, never had to navigate that piece. And then we take advice from people who want to give us their opinion. I didn't get to say
Yes.
the opening, but I'm telling you so much opinions are given to us that it confuses us.
Yeah.
Are you able to shut down the noise and really lean in to the talents that God gave to you? He didn't give them to her. And he gave her her own and gave him his own and gave you your own. But you're so busy leaning into what you don't have, you can't see what you do have. And it
Yes.
causes us a lot of backpedaling, and we stay in that past and not focused on the present. You can't do anything about the past, and you can't do anything about the future. The only thing you truly can handle is this moment right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Thank you. Where can those who are watching this reach you?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I would love for people who want to reach me to DM me on Instagram. You can DM me on Facebook. I'm there all the time. Absolutely. I'm there to lean in and hear what you have to say. So if they do that, but if they go to gloriamayfieldbanks.com, like honestly, I will get your information. I want to hear from you. I love new friends. I love new friends, whether we're new friends because of a conversation that we had over a meal or a conversation we had over the internet. I love new
Yeah.
friends. It makes a difference.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I pray that you are resting in
Yes.
between all of the busyness the productive busyness that you're that you have going on, and know that you are always in my prayers. And the
Thank
next time you are in Dallas, dinner is on me. Please
Oh, I
allow me to
appreciate
treat
that,
you.
Christy. I appreciate that. I'm in Dallas all the time. Be careful. Be careful.
I'm
It's
ready.
exciting. It's exciting.
All right. Well, God bless you.
Take care, girl.